Hello, this is Rich, and today's not going to be a tutorial in this video here. I'm going to be showing you something of my personal project. A while ago I uploaded my RTS prototype, and today is just going to be an update on that prototype. I've improved a lot of things from that prototype, so I just wanted to show you that. Before, in that video, if you remember correctly, scrolling out didn't work. I can scroll in, that worked fine, but scrolling out didn't work at all. That now works. Before, we also moved the camera with the WASD keys. I didn't really like that system. It just wasn't working out quite well for an RTS. So I've switched the way you can move, because I got an idea from one of my viewers a while back on that video, for moving the camera around. So I've gone ahead and implemented that way of doing it, and it works flawlessly. So I'm going to show you how I move there. Rotating the camera, if you remember, we had to hold down the middle mouse button. And to rotate the camera, that wasn't very fluid at all, and it had a lot of glitches and errors, and I just didn't really like the way that was working. So we now rotate the camera differently, and I like this way a lot better. And I've also implemented spawning players and people dynamically through clicking a button, just like an RTS would. Since then, and after you spawn them, I'm able to actually move them as well with my selection system. So let's get going. Usually my videos are high definition, and right now I'm recording at 1080p. Unfortunately, I did do a test run with this video recording software while running the launcher, and for some reason it doesn't capture the game view in the actual launcher in 1080p. It's kind of low resolution, and I don't know why it does that, so I'm sorry. But I'm actually going to run the launcher, the actual game, not the editor. Since the update, which I'm very, very happy about, my RTS system, control system, selection and movement is done all through flowgraph 100%, and I was not able to use it in game mode, which is what you want because you're going to be playing a game when it's released. But because it used the debug nodes in flowgraph, and launcher and the actual game mode couldn't use those, so it was useless. Since the update, I can now use those debug nodes in the actual game, so I'm very, very happy about that. So here we go. Okay, so now we're in my little test map here. We got one little guy. I'm going to go ahead and push WASD all over and over and over again to show you that my system does not move. I'm not moving right now, and I'm pushing WASD, so we don't move that way anymore. I'm going to hold down the middle mouse button and move. We're not rotating as well. I've changed that. So to rotate your camera, we just use the arrow keys. Left to move left, right to move right, down to move down, up to move up. I love this a lot better than the previous rotation scheme. Lot better. You can obviously go left and rotate all the way 360 degrees if you wanted to. I'm holding down right on the letting go. So there we go with that. You can go down, and I've implemented a stopper on the up and down rotation, because I don't want you to go into 360 degrees. So let me just hold up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. We stop immediately. Once you're facing the positive Z direction, I'm holding forward, it no longer lets you go up. That's the behavior I wanted. Down as well. When I'm going down, I don't want it to go all the way in 360. So I've stopped it there. I'm pushing down on the keyboard, nothing happening. That's the behavior I wanted. Okay, next, let's go to the movement system. Well, in order to move my camera around, I just go to the left of the screen. It froze for a second. This does this on my map for some reason, but there we go. Left on the screen. Let go. Left on the screen. Left on the screen. Let's go up. Up on the screen. Up on the screen. Up on the screen. Let's go down. Down on the screen. Down. Down. Up. Right. Right on the screen. Right. Before you saw that on my other prototype video, the camera adjusts to the terrain. That is still true even with the mouse movement. I'll show you. So if I go back, my camera's going to go down and follow the terrain when I go down this hill, just like that. If I go forward, it's going to follow that terrain, just like that. And it's also trying to adjust itself to objects, like these trees here, because it just doesn't find the height of the terrain. It finds the height of all entities in the level. That's the behavior I wanted. Although it's a little unfortunate with these trees, though, because they do get in my way quite a bit. But let me just show you what I'm talking about. In an RTS game, if you're really low to the ground, wanting to see the action really up close and see what's going on, when you start to move the camera again, you don't want the camera to go inside of things. You want them to actually hover over those objects. So that's why I had it test for the objects, not just the terrain for the height. So watch I go forward. My camera's going to raise. That way I do not go into the building. Just like that. Just like that. That way my camera does not go inside of objects. Now, I also can go diagonal by going up to the diagonal part of the screen. This 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 diagonal part of the screen. Just like that. Left, diagonal, up, right, diagonal. Just like that. And again, no matter which way you're facing, up is up, left is left, right is right, right is right, left, down is down, I mean. So if I turn 90 degrees, up is still up, left is still left, right is still right, just like that. Also, diagonal, still diagonal, diagonal, still diagonal, diagonal, still diagonal, no matter which way I'm facing. Let's face, let's say, 45 degrees in this direction. Right is still here, right is still here. There we go. So I got a nice movement system. I love that. So, let's turn 90 degrees here. Just like that. So now I want to show you my selection. Well, obviously if I left click on this guy and then right click over here, he ends up going to that position. Let me left click on the field here. Now he's not selected because I left clicked. So if I right click now anywhere, he doesn't move. That's the behavior I want, because when I right click on the terrain or any other object like this object, I want to deselect that guy. Now if I right click, he's not going to move. Let's re-click him. Let's have him move over here. Perfect. I also have dynamic spawning. I have a button here you're going to notice. So if I hover over the button, you're going to notice that it highlights like it's selected. Stop highlighting. Highlighting, stops highlighting. Highlighting, stops highlighting. And so let me just click on this button. It just spawned a person right there. So I'm going to left click on this guy and move him. So let's move him way over here. There we go. Let me spawn another guy. Let's move him over here. Let's spawn another guy. Let's move him over here. Oh, these guys currently have other AI attached. This guy has no AI. He has my personal RTS AI attached, so he's not going to react to other people. Unfortunately, these guys who spawn, I can change it obviously, but I haven't done that yet. So these guys respond to each other. That's why this guy moved to where this guy is, because they're reacting. So let me just spawn another guy, because he doesn't see anybody yet. I can still control him. But as soon as he sees somebody else, he goes into his AI behavior. And that's not what I wanted. But I'm going to change this in the future to have him not do anything when he sees another guy. Just like this guy. This guy will not react to other people because that's how I made my custom AI for this guy. He'll keep listening to my commands. There we go. Let's just spawn some more people. Pretty cool, I thought. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and please leave me comments, leave me criticism too, because I want this to be the best it can. So if you have any critique for me to make it better, please, please, please let me know. Thank you very much.